Today I'll be hiking Purgatory Chasm. Hello! Before hiking with a friend from Massachusetts, I looked over the map and saw Purgatory Chasm and thought, oh my gosh, we have to hike there because then we can say we survived Purgatory. But she had already hiked it, so we went to Sutton State Forest instead. And now a week later, I returned to Sutton Forest for some additional footage and thought, I'm going to take the 5-minute drive to Purgatory Chasm because who knew Purgatory was only 5 minutes away? Just for reference, I'm on Charley's loop, working my way around the perimeter, and it is really rocky here. Still, I'm surprised how well maintained this trail is. I was expecting a dark trail through Purgatory, and it's actually a tourist attraction. Although for some odd reason, I'm the only one here in Purgatory today. I'm all alone in Purgatory. Oh my gosh, look how close to the edge I am. Look how far that goes down. So somewhere back there on that ledge was the Fat Man Squeeze, which is basically a tight crevasse that you try to squeeze through. There was no point in me looking for it though, because I am not about to do that when I'm the only one here. I mean, what if I got stuck? They wouldn't find me for days. Seriously though, one end is on a really high ledge, and that would not be entirely safe for me to be doing alone. I mean, if I fell, no one would find me for days. It's like the same punchline twice, only it really isn't that funny. I've now arrived at the end of the chasm. That's it down there. And look at that. That is a very long bridge. That's one of my favorite things. I need to hurry down the mountain and get there. But before exploring the main Purgatory Chasm, I'm going to explore Little Purgatory. Then I'll finish exploring Charley's Loop and save the best for last. And just like these teeth, at that point, I'll bite into the main plot of Purgatory Chasm. So I haven't heard anything at all about Little Purgatory, but come to think of it, I haven't heard anything about Big Purgatory either. Except you don't necessarily want to go there. I do want to mention real quick, in case you haven't noticed, I am switching back and forth between video and photos at places that I normally don't switch like this. And it's because the footing here is so trippy and dangerous that I'm trying to be careful and can't always film. So keep that in mind as we move along. And look what I found! Okay, Little Purgatory is amazing. There's a waterfall in Purgatory! Okay, don't judge me as I film going to the top of this because it is steeper in real life than it looks on camera. I do want to say, don't let me dissuade you from coming here. I know I'm saying it looks steeper in person, but remember, I'm doing way too many things at once. I have trucker poles and a backpack, and I'm holding a camera and trying to get up a hill and getting distracted by views. But if it's just you coming out here and you don't have all this access, you can do this. It is not a difficult hike at all. It is very clear trails. They're just kind of rocky, so you just have to watch your step. It's more about the rocks than about the height. Hopefully that reassures you that yes, you should come out here. It is an absolutely beautiful hike, and I myself would do this more often if I lived closer. But even so, I'm sure I will be back to do this on a weekday during the off season again because it is that amazing. It is worth the drive, and I love being out here all by myself. And I've made this decision before even reaching the main plot of this whole Purgatory story. I haven't even been to the chasm yet. I would come back just for Little Purgatory. Of course, I say that, but you know me. I would drive an hour just to walk on a trail in the middle of nowhere, so my opinion really can't be trusted. All right, we have finished up Little Purgatory, and I am going back over here to do the other half of Charley's Loop. So I'll be climbing up the other side of Purgatory Chasm, and after that, I'll be going straight down the middle and back up again. But right now, here's more rocks. This reminds me of Connecticut, it reminds me of home.
Thank you for joining us today on Moth Mom Tours. Up ahead, you'll be seeing rocks. And if you take a moment to look up further ahead, you will see even more rocks. And if you look left or right, you will see even more rocks. Just be careful to watch underfoot because those rocks will make this not so funny after all.
All right, made it to the top. Let's see how close I can get over to the chasm itself to look down at the poor lost souls screaming from within. Except Purgatory's empty today, so you won't hear anything. It's so odd. It looks like I finally made it to a down slope, and somewhere over here there's a butt slide rock that you can sit on and shimmy down. Yep, that was it, but I'm not sliding down a rock on my butt with my backpack on. You can do it. But look at this. Let's take a peek down into Purgatory Chasm and make sure it's really where we want to go next. There it is. All right, I'm down in the chasm and about to head into Purgatory. But I can see I'm going to have to film this in intervals, because this is a bit of a hands-on hike. As you can see, I just came down that rocky slope. I just can't film while I'm hiking it, but I'll stop and spin around and make you dizzy and then go again. And we're off. I will say, this is a really fun hike, and I'm glad I saved the actual chasm for last. What is that? A hole. It was not scary cemetery, red obituary. Okay, as it turns out, climbing through Purgatory is one of my favorite things. I'm trying to film these outcroppings along the edge of the chasm, but I just don't think you're going to realize the scale of this, so you better come out here and see it for yourself. It's the only way to appreciate that. Holy cow. That is amazing. Look at that. All right, you're just going to have to imagine the perspective. What's this? It's like a mini lemon squeeze. Sorry about that. This is not easy to film. And I think I'm on the end of my hike here. I think I'm through the, some would say worst of it, but I would say best of it. The good news is at the end of this, I get to turn around and go back again. Woohoo! Back through there. Oh, look what I see. It's my favorite thing. I'm at that long bridge I saw before from above, remember? Okay, I'm going to be quiet now so I can enjoy the gentle tapping of foot on bridge. Okay, let me ask you this. How many people do you know will hike through Purgatory, come clean out the other end, and then turn around and go back in following its bridge again into the depths of the chasm? Not many people. Maybe Sam and Dean, for those of you who get that reference. But also, Moth Mom. Yep, that's right. The Queen of Cryptids taking you there every time. Although more importantly, the Queen of Cryptids getting you out of there every time. It's getting pretty rocky up ahead, so it's almost time to tuck this camera away and hike. But hey, you know, if you want to see what it looks like going out, just play the beginning part in reverse. We're getting there. Escape is imminent. Ta-da! And look, there's people here. Sinners, all of them. Apparently some reaping has been done. Oh, goodness. Is it just me, or is anyone else seeing a lot of state employees here in Purgatory? The car. It was a scary cemetery, read you in obituary. Mom.